Woke has been in the center of certain discourses for a while now. And what I want to try to do with this video and a compilation of some other videos is to give people sort of a working strategy guide towards wokeism, woke, and all the concepts within that. The first thing we're going to have to do when we're talking about woke is lay out the current playing field so we can have a very solid ground to understand things moving forward. The first thing we have to understand is the right and the broader right wing has a narrative control over woke. This means the right's dominance over the framing of woke often means that anyone else entering into this discourse starts from their premises. This framing, unfortunately, narrows the different interpretations and critiques, some of which are valid in different types of ideologies, whether that be broader left ideologies, center ideologies, and everything on the entire political spectrum. Because each individual within the right is going to have a different type of idea of what this manifests, it leads to a lot of these people being fairly unclear about the practical mechanisms about woke ideology, wokeism, etc. People like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson have their own working definitions of woke. And I use those two as an example because they do align these things with post-Marxism, post-modernism, Marxism generally. And the issue at play is they're detailing these ideas without any practical ideas that people could use to shape policies, shape institutions, and the like. This creates this really tricky gap between the theoretical critiques and the real world applications and even the real world critiques. This difficulty of engagement leads to this intellectual framing of the woke by the right, and their thought leaders assume familiarity with these concepts and familiarity with abstract theories. So this creates this barrier for newcomers. Without prior knowledge or extensive engagement, newcomers are going to struggle to understand the connections between postmodernism and everyday life and institutions, the political manifestations like Congress, whether it be the House of Representatives and the Senate or the Supreme Court or even the presidency, and how that relates to things like Marxism. This barrier of entry that it creates for newcomers makes it very difficult for people to really hang on and understand. So these three limitations are the ground that we have to work with first before we can get to a deeper understanding about the different mechanisms and practical ideas about woke. But this is the current field that we're playing with.